It's been a interesting day, boss. I'm gonna be honest.
If you'd like to take a seat, feel free to do so. Or you can stand. That is up to you, Sparky.
I'm gonna stay standing for now. I'll stay standing. How do I do the lean bar thing?
I'm aware to an extent about what is happening. I got word that some of my team picked up Charlie, injured. He's currently recovering. Explain to me what exactly happened.
Okay, I'll give you the rundown. So I arrived at the drop, and I found flares on the floor. I was told to throw them in a triangle formation, so I threw the flares down. A van was dropped in by a helicopter. I got into the van. I had the keys. I begin to take off in the van. I get probably 200, 300 meters up the dirt trail, and then two cops roll down. Immediately, they pull me over. I'm thinking, all right, let me just play along. I'll just, you know, not make it too difficult. Hopefully, they'll just do their checks, and then let me walk on or drive on by, right? They say the reason they're there is because there was reports of gunshots in the area. So at this point, I'm thinking, I should be fine. I haven't, like, shot any guns. They asked me to get out of the vehicle for a GSR. I get out, I comply. They GSR test me. I came back positive. But after looking into it more, they realized that it was a false positive based on the flare dust that was on my hands, right? So they asked me a couple questions about the flares. I just made up some bullshit about moving house, and that's why I had the van. I've been painting my house, so I've been painting it red. That's the red paint on my hands, right? All was looking fine. They said, okay, get back in your vehicle. You're free to go once I get in the car and I turn my lights off. Then Lucas Miller radios to the person who's just said that they can let me go and says, I don't know, like, I'm assuming something along the lines of, you got to keep pushing this more, because the cop then gets back out of the vehicle, comes back up to my window and says, have you got rental papers for this? To which I obviously didn't, because it was provided by Charlie. So I said, oh no, I've left those at my house. I'm happy to escort you there to get them. He said, my higher ups won't let that happen. I need you to step out of the vehicle. At this point, I know what that means. They want to look in the back of that truck. They've had gunshots. They're suspicious. They want to know what's in the back of the van. So I would have been gone if it weren't for that little Lucas Miller. So at this point, I said, I'm going to take off. I had people watching above me and stuff ready to get involved. So I just thought I'd take off. We take off. We're making way down the highway. I end up getting Charlie onto the radio with a few of my people. There's gunfire. He's using a buzzard to take out some cops on the road. I'm in a van full of 70. That thing is not fast. We didn't have much option other than to try pull in somewhere secure and take out the cops. So I pulled into the chicken factory. We held that shit down on the inside, and Charlie was on the outside giving us some aerial support with jets. Last thing we heard on the radio from Charlie was that he was going down. I don't know how, but there was an anti-aircraft tank on scene. So I can only assume it would be something to do with that. We ultimately had to sneak out the back, but we weren't able to bring anything with us. We blew up the van so that the deagles would have been destroyed, and at least not in able to be fingerprinted and checked for DNA and any of that stuff. We slipped out the back. We don't know what the cops did from there. Guns are gone, but glad Charlie's not in custody. That was my biggest concern, to be honest.
Well, it may not be in custody, but I do believe they took some things from him. Now, here's what doesn't make sense. You're telling me the reason why cops arrived on that coastline is because of a flare?
Yes, supposedly so. I don't know if the heat signals flagged up their system and they got something, or maybe a local, or there was a couple people jet skiing. Maybe they called it in. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Do you believe that story?
It's not a story. It's an assumption. I haven't got a story. To be honest, if you want me to be blatant about it, I mean, it at first, it felt like a complete setup. Not on your part, but in general, like it seemed like a sting.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Because, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
With this network that you have you been on target database? And have you read, or should I rather say viewed, the tape of Ryan Keeger?
Yeah, where he was cooperating with marshals, right?
Exactly. But in that tape, he also mentions someone or a group called the Oracle. Have you heard of them?
Yeah, you mentioned them last meeting. I don't know them personally, but not the first time I'm hearing them.
2 days ago, the Oracle twatted out something to do with Jetsam. Jetsam is the way Charlie sometimes gets his supplies, such as pistol parts, rifle bodies, you name it. So what I'm thinking, this sort of oracle person group is watching you.
So, what, you think they followed me to the spot?
I think somehow, some way, this oracle group knows a lot of information about the Faceless, talking about jets and talking about other things. Meeting up with Ryan Kiga, who used to work for the Faceless many months ago. I'm not saying you were followed right there, but I do believe you are being followed. I do believe people associated with the Faceless are all being followed. Sparky, do you trust everybody in your circle?
My immediate circle, yeah. The broader one, I mean, depends.
Just to confirm, the cop that pushed was someone called Lucas Miller.
He's the one that was adamant on not letting me go. When one of the cops was trying to get me to go on my way and about to turn his lights off, he made him get back out the car and attempt to search my van. You know you know the what I'm doing. You know exactly what I'm doing.
4741. I need you to add a target to the target database. Now spread the word slowly. Lucas Miller, NSPD. Thank you. Do me a favor, Sparky. Log into the network.
I'm gonna pretend. Just loading in. Okay.
Click on Skyno and then click on target database. Lucas Miller has been added.
Oh, shit.
I think it's time we show force to some of these cops. Do you know if any marshals were involved? Sparky.
When I was on the ground in the chicken factory, 3 individuals ran over me. Leading the way was a marshal. Which one it was, I couldn't tell you.
These marshals do not learn. Richard Dark does not learn. Now,
Oh, shit.
as you know, Charlie, well, not only was he going to be busy within the next couple weeks, he now has to recover. This will now lead me to my next point, Sparky. I looked at you right into your eyes, and I asked you, is there anybody you will not kill, even your family? And you said you've shot your family before, correct?
Regrettably, yes, but I did it.
In a way, you've proven yourself. Charlie had a meeting with me a couple days ago. As you're aware, Charlie was going to be very busy. He came up with an idea to create his own task force, his own team. People that understand the bigger picture. People
Oh, this could be
that are not
fucking
blinded
sick, bro.
by ego and pride and understand there is more.
He's not gonna make me get Steve.
They're dying, fighting over reputation and turf. I believe you understand that, Sparky. I believe you know there's a far greater game being played within this city.
Of course.
We're not here for a short amount of time, Sparky. We are here for the long run. The Faceless, they are here for the long run. You see, the Faceless is not just one person, 2 people. It's the entire operation. And everybody in this city has only seen a glimpse.
You lot are too funny, man.
Me, I can be replaced tomorrow, the day after, but the Faceless will continue to pull the strings. The reason why I'm telling you this is because the people that have stayed loyal, that have passed the test, will reap the benefits in the future. And I'm not just talking about selling weapons throughout this city. But Charlie, talking to me, he gave me some names. He wants people involved in his task force. Your name came up, Sparky.
Hey, it's an honor.
How does doing things similar to what Charlie does sound? Surveilling, going in around the city, surveilling targets, completing hits, becoming more involved within Charlie's task force and his daily activities. How does that sound, Sparky?
Sounds like an adrenaline rush that I'm here for.
Here's the thing. I'm not saying you are fully in, but you will be invited to the test. Next week, I'm going to go to every name that Charlie gave. Every meeting. We'll have a meeting next week with everybody involved.
How am I getting a promotion
And you
for
guys will
nearly
be
fucking
thrown
up?
into the deep end. See how you guys operate. To see if you guys can get the job done. Because for this task force, for this team, Sparky, we need ruthless killers. No sympathy. When a gun or a sword is handed to you, we expect you to pull the trigger no matter who is receiving the bullet. Now, you're probably thinking, the deep end, we're not going to test you. In a small way, this team, someone within the DOJ, wants to leave in a bang, and I mean literal bang. You're going to help this person get the job done. He wants to plant 2 bombs within the courthouse.
Oh my God.
This is what I mean when thrown into the deep end, Sparky.
That's the
And if you
Atlantic
guys
Ocean, my
somehow
friend. That's
fail-
not the deep end, but I'm a good swimmer.
Well, Sparky, you want to be involved in
Jackson, thank you for the 3
the
months, man.
operation that Charlie does. The Atlantic Ocean is what we swim in.
Oh, shit.
In a way, I'm proud of you, Sparky. You understand the bigger picture. Next week, we'll have a meeting with everybody involved in this new task force, and we'll see if you guys can complete this test.
That you spell gleeful.
Regarding your product, as you know, to spend it for 24 hours, Phoenix will help you get the re-up tomorrow. Will you be around to receive?
I will.
Another thing, the Oracle keeps tweeting about JetSam. JetSam is how Charlie gets the rifle bodies. If the Oracle keeps pushing and pushing, eventually that supply might get slowed down, meaning you need to ramp up your sales, Sparky.
I'm more than happy
Is
to
that
do
clear?
so. Yep, that's fine by me.
Now, before we leave this meeting, if you are not around, you have someone you wish the Faces can call to receive products, would you rather it go through you?
I have someone.
Name.
You've specifically told me not to bring them to things before, but it's my right-hand man, Stephen O'Connor.
From now on, if you are not around, Charlie will call Stephen O'Connor. Is that fine with you?
Yeah. That's fine with me.
Well, I guess you have an appointment tomorrow for the re-up.
Beautiful.
One more thing, Sparky. You're going to be involved heavily with this new operation that Charlie has cooked. There will be no failure.
Okay. We've not failed one before, so I don't see us doing it in the future.
I'll see you soon.
Bye. The door's locked.
Press the button, Sparky.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm gonna go troll the fuck out of Steve. I'm about to troll the fuck out of Steve, bro. It's about to be so funny. Right, I'm announcing my retirement. I've officially outgrown the manor. I'm in the Faceless now. I'm trolling. Yeah, I'm gonna say DJ, bro. The guy will lose his mind. The guy will lose his mind. Yo, this is a perfect crash. Come here. Okay. This is gonna be so funny. Right, so I just spoke to the big guy. Charlie is not in custody. He's injured. He's fine. We're gonna get a replacement order tomorrow, which is good. And there's gonna be new locations and shit. He reckons the whole thing was a setup by some ops that these guys have got. He also said to me, he was like, yo, our schedules don't cross that much. If you're not around, who can Charlie hit up? So I said, obviously you. And they've gone, not Steve. What did you do to these guys?
Oh, what do you mean they've gone not Steve? You're taking the piss.
Bro, I literally said, they said, give me someone that I can hit up so that Charlie can reach out to drop off the guns. So you can order them or whatever, and then they can pick them up. And I said, Stephen O'Connor. And he went, anyone but Steve. I shit you not. I swear he said, anyone but Steve. So I've had to say DJ.
So you've just said... So when he said that, all you did was just say DJ.
Well, yeah, he didn't give me another option,
You didn't try to fight my corner? You didn't do shit?
No, of course not. He would have killed me. No, he would have killed me.
Are you a bitch?
Yeah, a big one. That's why I just got it, so he's going to drop to you instead.
Yeah, I knew you were on the wind up.
Yeah, I was. So now you're getting the... If you get a... Hello. It's Charlie.
Okay.
And Charlie's the guy who helped us today. You know him now, so... If I'm not here, he's just gonna call you. I would suggest that you get 6 ready, because if that ever happens again, we do not want Charlie in the 6. Because if he's that useless in a jet and a buzzard, God knows what he's like if he hasn't got one of those. I name dropped Lucas Miller, and now Lucas Miller is on the boss's hit list. So that guy's